Hello and welcome back to Grim Survival, all of my fellow gremlins. Hope everyone is having a great morning so far and a great day after. Yeah, that worked, right? Let's see, who do we got here? I see people. For anybody who didn't know, Sean M went live yesterday over on Papa Prepper. It was an awesome chat. Sean, if you make your YouTube channel, which I really hope you do because you really should, send me an email so I can have you on. I want to promote that. That would be epic. So yeah, do that. Shorty's in the house. Hey, look, I see Hutch. Hutch, I said you weren't going to have. I heard you say that you weren't going to have power tomorrow. What's that about? We need to know. Mojo man, how's it going? Shorty, Shorty, I need a ruler. I do. Just a measuring tape would work. A yardstick, maybe. Maybe. Elusive prepper. Good morning. Combat bacon. You need to try combat beef bacon. Just because. Be Charming, David Williams, Charlie Bronson, Sheila Smith. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hope you can hear me and see me. I'm messing with settings on my microphone, so let me know that you can hear me all right. Independent Marine, good morning. Joe, man, we need to have a talk about the bot banter over on Discord because, yeah. Hutch, do you have a PayPal account? If not, why? You should. That's good. I've been having issues with my microphone making popping sounds. So let me know if you ever hear any popping sound. Because I'm thinking I may need a new mic, but I'm also thinking it might be the 60 frames a second I've been recording at on my phone. Because that's the only time I've noticed it doing it, but I can't hear it while I'm live. Well, Hutch, set one up. PayPal me, man. PayPal.me. Yeah, there's more to the URL, but you type PayPal me in and you'll find it. Mickey FC, Cryptic Wookie. That's an interesting name. Aren't all Wookiees cryptic because you can't really understand what they're saying? All right, so I'm going to get into some news here in a little bit soon. But before I do so, it's a grim thing. So, what's that mean? So, a lot of trolls, I'm going to call them trolls because why not? These people have been calling me arrogant pretty much everywhere I go. Arrogant? Me? Nah, I'm not arrogant. Really? Uh, Coffee. Arrogant. I've always been arrogant. Like always. Since the day I was born that way. So I'm just gonna just go into the people who call me arrogant. It's not that I'm arrogant, it's just I'm smarter than you. So that's just how that works. Sorry, but most people just don't get my sense of humor. That's all it is, really. Papa Prepper, good morning. That was an awesome live stream yesterday, man. If anybody hasn't checked out Papa Prepper's live stream where he had Sean M on talking about how to grow things, you should go check that out. That was an awesome live stream. What you talking about, WTF there, Hutch? What do you mean, man? That 70s show, I think, was everybody and their friends back in, late 80s, early 90s, from my point of view, anyway. That was back before we had, cell phones and all this other ridiculous crap. So I did finally get a stimulus check, the one that we were supposed to get. I finally got it. And what I did with it, I'm going to tell you what I did with it. I went over to Alaska Prepper's Amazon storefront. I found the reverse osmosis system that he wanted to get, but he couldn't have it shipped to where he is. And I got that thing. I did. And I'm going to make a video of me installing it once it shows up and I get around to installing it, which shouldn't take me too long because I have plumbing experience and plumbing skills. So it probably won't take too long to install it. We'll find out on the video. We'll all find out together. I've never installed a reverse osmosis system. I've installed plenty of sinks, kitchen sinks, bathroom sinks, faucets, showers, pretty much everything else in a house I've installed. I don't do electrical though. I've had some shocking experiences. So yeah. a couple other things to go over. Wednesdays and Thursdays seem to be my interview days. And on Wednesday, I'm going to have Native and Devout Prepping here on Grim Survival, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday, I'm going to have the Grumpy Prepper. The Grumpy Prepper. I'm going to see how grumpy he really is, because I'm curious. Absolutely says good morning, Grim. I like your name. Yeah, absolutely. That's an awesome name. First Waffen, good morning. So yeah. Yeah, so it's a grim thing, just being an arrogant, type of person. It really is a grim thing. And why do I say it's a grim thing? I'm going to tell you a story. See, back in the day, way back, way back, I used to play video games. And in the video games, we had what is a group basically of video gamers that played together. And our group had a name, and I'm not going over that because it's rude. But in the group, we had several Grims. It wasn't just me. There were several Grims, and I still talk to most of these guys. There was a total of about 5 Grims, and all of us were very good at the video games we were playing, and that made us very arrogant in the video games because we were very good at it, really good at it. Like, yeah. Anyway, that being said, it's a Grim thing. We're just an arrogant bunch of people. And I've had a couple of the Grims floating around in the chat here before. They usually are not up this early. Grims don't like to wake up this early. The only reason I'm up this early is because somebody coerced me. I did have intentions on doing other things this morning. I was planning on going live from the park, the nature park, and going for a walk in the extreme cold. I think the temperature right now is around 10 degrees Fahrenheit. But I didn't wake up early enough. Just, yeah, didn't. Airborne Prepper, how's it going? And shalom, everyone that knows what that means. So yeah, I'm going to go over some news, interesting news, and some coffee. One other prep I bought with the stimulus was 2 pounds of double dead coffee. Hopefully it'll be here soon because I need some stronger coffee. I was told that Gray Man Prepping sent me some coffee. I was told that. So I have to go check the P.O. box sometime today. I plan to do that sometime today, probably after I get off this live stream. Dawn Marie, good morning to you as well. The Truth Warrior. I like that name too. Mickey FC, cheers. There's just not enough coffee in my household. 2 pounds isn't going to be enough. It's just not. Cryptic Wookie was my Xbox gamer tag. It was supposed to change a while back, never did for some reason. That's because Cryptic Wookie sounds better. It now says Cryptic Prepper, by the way. I think it just changed. I liked Cryptic Wookie better. Anyway, news. I am going to go over some news. Nope, I did not. I'm just waiting for it all to turn gray. Then it'll match. It'll get there. It's starting to get there. Over there somewhere. Yeah, I know. I still have about 4 pounds of coffee in my freezer, though. And then Gray Man sent me some more coffee. Not sure how much. I have a little bit of flavored coffee that came from Ireland that's still lurking around somewhere. I got coffee. I just don't have double dead coffee. I ran out. I drank it all. And yeah, it's horrible. Jim S. says he never advanced past the Atari 2600. I had one of those too. I did. I had an Atari, a Nintendo, the original. I had the Super Nintendo. I had the first PlayStation, the second PlayStation, the third PlayStation, and eventually the fourth PlayStation. Let's see. What else did I have? Commodore 64. I'm currently streaming over a high-powered gaming computer that I don't use for anything but gaming. Not gaming, but streaming. Yeah, streaming. That's what I was trying to say. Streaming. Every now and then I'll play a game with the children, but not really that much. Mickey FC, thank you for the super chat. What all did I get into on my Sabbath? Yeah, I was reading through Leviticus. and resting. But yeah, Leviticus. I'm just about back to Leviticus 11, where it goes over the food laws again. And I'm just taking notes of all the portions of Leviticus that said this is a law forever for all your generations until heaven and earth pass away. Still here. Just we're still having generations. You know, earth is still here. If earth is still here, heaven's still there. Just saying. Zelda. You know, I actually never played Zelda. Never. I heard the newest one. I think it came out on one of the newer Nintendos. Was pretty good, but I never. Yeah, I'm just not into gaming. I don't have that kind of time. I don't. All right, I've got to get into this news. There's going to be a 3-day live stream because I got a lot of things pulled up. So let's just do that. All right, this is SOTT.net. This was posted Monday, January 18th. So yeah, it was been a little while ago, but I thought it was a very interesting article. So I'm going to share it anyway. The death of critical thought by 1,000 cuts. And I'm seeing this more and more when it comes to trolls. Death of critical thought. So the death of critical thought has been a slow and painful process, one by 1,000 cuts, rather than one ushered in overnight. But certainly one that is prevalent around the world today. Most of the difficult debates one can ever have with another person is to convince someone that he or she does not understand something that he or she firmly believes or he or she understands, and such misguided delusions lead to delusional arguments. And here's some examples of delusional arguments. So, what school did you go to? Usually, such empty calorie questions are posed by graduates from the elite schools around the world. Yeah. What did you major in? I majored in prepping. Yeah, just go there. Just to go there. You can't argue with science. I'm quoting science, so that's a fact. Whereas you're quoting an opinion. Most science is not fact. Just throwing that out there. Most science is not fact. If you do your research, and believe me, you have to do your own research, question everything. When you start going down the rabbit hole of some of these scientific fact, you find that really it's not fact at all. It's their estimate, their guess, their best guess in some cases. Evolution being a key right there because it's never been proven. It can't be proven because nobody has been around that long. And the best way I've heard evolution explained is like a tornado hitting a junkyard and a brand new Ferrari popping out on the other side. It's just not possible. But yeah, we can go into false religions here in a little bit if you'd like. Anyway, any real scientist would laugh at this statement, as every scientist, no matter the field of study, realizes that there is an immense amount of knowledge in their field that is theoretical. That's what I was just saying, with no absolute evidence of its factual basis, and that scenario is, and that science is, and has always been an evolving field of knowledge, with theories previously believed to have been true constantly upgraded, transformed, and sometimes even fully discredited as the research and knowledge about certain theories become greater over time. Consequently, the irony is that almost none of the talking heads we've seen in the mass media over the past 12 months that have used the science argument to falsely claim that they were stating facts to try to deceive any narrative that opposed or provided dissent to their tyrannical lockdown efforts or actual science or actual scientists. Yeah, I got distracted by a comment. Somebody there is majoring in the art of BS. That Are you a lawyer? Just questioning that. Must be a lawyer. Anyway, where was I? Many scientific statements have to remain open to debate and dissent to arrive at truth. As many scientific statements only represent the prevailing opinion at the time, that is subject to significant changes and updates in light of new and better information that may be discovered at a future time. Like I was saying, science, most of it is not proven. Most of it. Not all of it. Some of it's been proven, but most of it. And we can go into this more if you'd like, or you can just go to SOTT.net, read it yourself. If one possesses the type of uncritical mind in which one can be led to unquestioningly embrace a false narrative that is created about this virus and then widely decimated by the mass media across the world, blah, 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 undoubtedly embrace false narratives created by bankers, politicians, created by the types of people that we meet in Davos, Switzerland, to direct global financial policy and believe all the information they spread as fact as well. Yeah, this I could just point out the whole last 4 years of Trump, of people believing the false narrative, just believing anything that people say just because people say it. I mean, it's really a thing. It really is. It's an insane type of thing, in my opinion. But these people, if you go and tell them that the sky is going to turn purple in the next couple of months because science told you so, they're going to believe you because you said science in your sentence, and that's just. But if you go and say religion or God or Jesus or something like that in your sentence, then automatically you're a nut job. Just automatically. That's just how that works. Going in, church leaders in Scotland take legal action against the government for outlawing public worship. Good for you, Scotland, or Scotland churches. A group of Scottish church leaders is pursuing legal action against Scottish ministers' decision to close the churches and outlaw public worship during the current lockdown. Why are we still locking people down? Did it work last time? I mean, it's still spreading. They still have schools open. You can still go into Walmart. Why are they locking you in your house if you can still do all these things? It makes absolutely no sense. None whatsoever. So, yeah. Christian Legal Center represented the 27 church leaders from various Christian congregations, including the Free Church of Scotland, the Church of Scotland, and several independent churches. So I kind of mentioned this when I was on Prepper Nation's live stream last night. What happens when they fully attack religion? Some of the best answers I've seen is they already are. First, Waffen, thank you for the super chat. Cheers. I need some coffee for that. We the Gremlins are awesome. Somebody needs to make that name. We the Gremlins. We got We the People prepping. How about We the Gremlins prepping? That would be just epic. All right, moving on. Where are we? Oh, I got to scroll up. So like I was talking about, the attack on religion has already begun. Urgent. The massacre of 700 Ethiopian Christian points to 700 Ethiopian Christians points to bigger crisis as refugees flee escalating violence. This was January 25th, not too long ago. Up to 2 million Ethiopians are facing starvation amid intense fighting between the government and rebel groups in the northern part of the country. Fighting increased last week in that region. I'm not going to try to butcher that word. Spurring reports of a bloody massacre at a church in Ethiopian city that killed over 700 people. For more than 2,000 years, Ethiopians have believed their country holds one of the most sacred relics in all of Judeo-Christian history, the Ark of the Covenant. It could be true. I believe in the end times, or in the last books of the Bible, it says that it will be found. I believe that's true. Don't quote me on that because, I don't remember reading that, but I've heard it before. In the city of Axum, a special church known as the Church of St. Mary of Zion is where the Ark is said to have rested for hundreds of years. Adventurer and historian Bob Cornuke has explored the region extensively. The Ethiopians claim the Ark was brought to the church 800 years ago and placed in this specially constructed church for safekeeping. That would be interesting if it really was there. Anybody remember the Indiana Jones movie where they found it and it killed people? That was interesting. Interesting movies. Yep. I did say Muja Prepper. I think I'm saying that right. Maja Prepper. Anyway, churches aren't the only religion shut down. Pagan circles, mosques, I think, and synagogues are closed too. Yeah, I did say that religion. I'm just throwing it out there as a general thing. When is religion going to be attacked? because it's not just one religion, it's all of them. But yeah, I don't judge. Whatever religion you are, good work. Anyway, moving on. Hong Kong Christians prepare for possible persecution from China. Hong Kong is constantly being persecuted from China, but that's a different story. American pastor Butch Tanner says Hong Kong has changed dramatically in the few years he's been there. It's a totally different place than 2 years ago, Tanner told CBN News. Tanner moved to Hong Kong from Texas in 2017 to lead Kowloon International Baptist Church. Yeah, me and names. Kowloon. Kowloon? I don't know. Then in June 2019, anti-government protests erupted over a controversial extradition law, plunging the city into months of chaos and bloodshed. We're seeing attacks on religion all over the world. We are. The protests have since died down, but fear now looms over the city's future as China grips on Hong Kong tightens 6 months after imposing sweeping new national security law. We have a lot to fear in Hong Kong. Among the people, there is a lot of fear. Things are not going to settle down or be anywhere near the normal they used to be, Tanner observed. The normal they used to be. The normal. What is normal? Human rights advocates sound alarm on Christian genocide unfolding in Africa. I've talked a little bit about this before. Muslim terror groups are launching attacks across several African nations. Foremost is Nigeria, where tens of thousands of Christians have died as part of what human rights activists call a Christian genocide across the continent. Nigeria's army recently released a poster of its top 100 terror targets. Among these Africa's most wanted men, that guy's name, who I'm not going to try, that guy. Head of the Islamic terror group Boko Haram, maybe. I'll get to reading comments here in a little bit. I'm really not paying attention to them, so if you have any questions, comments, just give me a minute here. This person has been unsettling, not just in northern Nigeria, but entire region. A doctor told CBN News in a video obtained by a Nigerian newspaper. The leaders of the Boko Haram, surrounded by bodyguards, boast he will never get caught because he's doing Allah's work. It's a jihad. That's basically what they're saying it is. They are wiping out Christians by the thousands on the African continent. This includes South Africa, where even Pastor Joe from Viking Preparedness was talking about this several months ago, that a lot of white Christian farmers in the South African areas were just being slaughtered and being told to leave the country. If they couldn't leave or didn't leave, they did not survive. If you look at what's happening there, it's just massive attacks against Christians, said Jeff King, president of the International Christian Concern. 50 to 70,000 have been murdered. 50 to 70,000 people, just for what they believe in, have been murdered. So, yeah, and this is proven. There are pictures of this. There are pictures of Christians being piled, very reminiscent of Nazi Germany. Just saying. Let's talk about something different. 19-year-old hospitalized in ICU days after receiving his second vax. This was February 1st, just about a week ago. A 19-year-old. Now, we talk a lot about the side effects and how this particular shot has been killing a lot of very elderly people. Norway comes to mind. They have put out reports of it. They've urged elderly people not to be taking this thing. But here we're reading about somebody who was 19 years old. So 19-year-old was hospitalized, inflammation of the heart muscle 5 days after receiving the second dose. According to the clinic, it has not been confirmed that the inflammation was developed as a side effect. Of course not. However, a number of CV-19 related whatever that word is, cases have been reported, according to the U.S. National Institute of Health. Yeah, the U.S. National Institute of Health is telling you that severe side effects are happening. Severe. The young man received treatment at a Tarim Center in wherever that is on Sunday night before being transferred for further treatment in a medical center. I'm assuming this is just, nowhere I can pronounce, so I'm not going to bother. I agree, Joe Morgan, we aren't either. From when he had received the second dose, he had experienced an accelerated heartbeat along with shortness of breath and sharp pains that were radiating down his left arm, according to the doctor. They took blood tests and revealed heart inflammation. The 19-year-old had no underlying medical conditions prior to the event. It just was sporadic, right? It had nothing to do with the shot. Just whatever. Just happened because, it was bound to happen sooner or later. That kind of thing. M9, thank you for the super chat or super sticker, I believe that is. Thumbs up. Yeah, I like that little pear guy. In general, most people who are vaccinated have mild, if any, side effects, according to the health ministry. The ministry shared a report on Monday evening that showed only 6,575 reported side effects out of over 2 million people who had received the first dose of the vax. By January 27th, and yeah, what is it? 3,592 reported side effects out of a million people who received the second shot. So the more shots you get, the more people having side effects. Go figure. Who would have thought that would happen? There we go. Let's talk about some more science. This is going to be the last article I go over just because Fauci's contradictory CV-19 science keeps population scared and ignorant and obedient. This was posted just 2 days ago, Friday, February 5th. Does anybody see that sign? They're using street signs, solar powered street signs, to tell you that. Somebody really needs to go and reprogram that thing. Masks must be, and then add the word stupid under it. Just throwing that out there. It's not easy to keep up with an entire population at the brink of hysteria, but the support figures of authority in this pandemic are doing a pretty good job with flip-flops that almost seem designed to keep us confused and scared. Designed to keep us confused and scared. Now, why would they be wanting to do that? Just why? It took just a few days for USCV Caesar Dr. Anthony Fauci to change his tune regarding multi-masking. Did he change it? The trendy, if bizarre, practice of wearing more than one face covering at the same time in an effort to avoid infection with the CV, Fauci immediately came out to support this practice, touting it as common sense. It's common sense to wear a couple of masks, giving the supposedly super contagious new strain of CV on the loose. Yeah, there's a super contagious new strain. It's super. How super is that? However, the health official admitted a scare a few days after there's no data that indicates that double masking is going to make any difference, and that is the reason why CDC has not changed its recommendation. If anybody remembers the CDC back when this all started early 2020, they recommended, or they told you that masks just were not going to prevent anything or help. And then they changed what they said and said, oh yeah, masks are going to help because, hey, there was a lot of people already making masks and there's so many of them that we had to make sales. So I'm just saying, it's all about the money. How does a drug dealer make his money? Does anybody know how a drug dealer, an illegal drug dealer, makes money? I mean, I'll wait for the answer for that one. I really will. Anyway, everyone has the right to make mistakes, especially when they're scientists or doctors. But with CV-19, it's become more than a little obvious that all the fails err on the side of inflating the threat. Indeed, with good news come out of any corner opposed to lockdowns or committing economic suicide, many outlets won't even touch it, nor do any of these self-appointed scolds ever admit, no matter how many masks a person wears over their nose and mouth, the virus could still get through the eyes and ears. I'm just going to highlight that right there. Eyes and ears. Just, yeah. So, my question, anybody got an answer? How does a drug dealer make his money? You ever see the movies or hear the stories where they pass out the free sample? Why do they do that? Does anybody know? All right. Let's get rid of that. That is my news reading for the day. I'll try to do more of these until they ban me or cut my live streams. It's bound to happen sooner or later. Northwood Cheryl, good morning. Good morning. So, anyway, a drug dealer. A drug dealer makes their money on the comeback. Cinderella X, thank you for the super chat and good morning. The angry prepper is here. Good morning, Jason. There is 0 studies for the virus getting through your ears. Yeah, but there are studies about it coming through eyes, especially people who touch their eyes like so. And it doesn't it's not like an airborne thing from my understanding. Now keep in mind I am not a medical professional, so just take everything I say with a grain of salt, question everything. I'm told by medical professionals that you can touch certain things and get it on your hands, and then you rub your eyes or rub your nose, and that's how you transmit it to yourself, not by, it just floating through your ears. I mean, there are a lot of people that don't have anything between this ear and this ear, so I could see how that could be a thing, but yeah, I'm not really worried about wearing earmuffs every time I go out or safety goggles I mean, the only way to truly prevent any kind of true pandemic is just to wear a full body hazmat suit. That's the only way. Yeah, my opinions. Keep in mind, my opinions. But I agree. This is all just a bunch of fear mongering coming out of, doctors and scientists and going back in it. A drug dealer. A drug dealer makes his money on the comeback. It's on the comeback. Anytime a drug dealer sells something, it's got to be highly addictive so that they come back, then buy again. That being said, why have they not cured any of these truly deadly diseases? Because there's no money in a cure. There's no money. They make their money. I mean, just cancer alone is almost $1 trillion a year industry. It's an industry. It really is. Prepper Nation, good morning, John. How's it going? But it really is an industry. The medical field is a big booming business. And if you start curing every single sickness, where are they going to make all their money? They make their money on producing these shots, these vaccines, these, treatments for certain things. They can't make any money if they cure it. You won't come back for more treatment if they cure it. So why would they? They're never going to, as long as they're making so much money off of it. I mean, you can look at studies, true studies done on cancer alone. And keep in mind, I'm not a medical professional, but you can look at these studies about how many very natural things can outright heal you, can outright kill cancer cells and tumors. There's a lot of things, if you do your research and go into it, there's a lot of things that are said to be able to really kill the cancer cells, but they're not going to do that. They're not going to put that in your radiation treatments. Yeah, I would say I'm a tech professional. Prepper Nation, did you get that internet fixed? I hope you got that internet fixed, man. That was the lowest speed I've seen since DSL internet connections. Yeah, if anybody knows what a DSL internet connection is, that's what John's running at over there. That's why his live streams lag. We need to help him with that. Hutch Homestead says Northern Girl Hobbies is evil. Northern Girl Hobbies, I'm just going to let you handle that. I'm just going to. Hutch is your new troll, so that's just awesome. Prepper Nation, don't stream next to your router if you're using a Wi-Fi connection. If you get it too close to your computer, that can actually make it slower. I would suggest keeping it, 5 to 10 feet away. Just saying. If you just call your cable provider and tell them that it's too slow and ask them what their highest speeds are, and tell them that you need a faster speed. You don't got to buy the highest speed, but that's probably going to fix your problem. If you have a fairly new laptop, it more than likely has the capability, more than likely, depending on the laptop, has the capability to connect Wi-Fi speeds at around 300 megs a second. And getting anything lower than that is not the fault of your router or the space between you and your router. It's the fault of your internet service provider not allocating more speed to you because you haven't paid enough to get more speed. You can upgrade speeds, especially with people like Comcast, Xfinity. They go from all the way up to 1 terabyte now, which is a little over 1,000 gigabytes. 1 terabyte internet speed, or maybe I'm wrong. It's 1 gigabyte, and I don't remember. I think it is 1 terabyte in certain business aspects, but a 1 gigabyte internet speed is 1,000 megs per second, and getting less than 100 megs per second, man, so really a new computer isn't going to make it any faster. A new router isn't going to make it any faster. The only thing that's really going to make it faster is the internet speed. Now, if the internet speed is faster and it's still going that slow, then yeah, a new computer will help you. Otherwise, I would not waste money on a new computer without getting to the source of the problem first. And I hope I explained it better than I did in emails. But yeah, you definitely need to look into your internet speed before going and spending money on computers and things like that. Because, I mean, if your internet speed is topping you out at less than 100 megs per second, a new computer is really not going to make it faster. A Wi-Fi booster also won't make it faster. So yes, as a matter of fact, I have Comcast and I have called them. If you would like, I know somebody who used to work for Comcast and can get you a much better deal. I'll have them call for you. Just, yeah, if you want to go there, we can do that. We can do that. So right now, I think I have a 1 gigabyte internet connection. I think that's what it is. I'm running at last speed check 700 megs per second. I'm hardwired into my computer with a 30-foot some odd cable. Now, it does have Wi-Fi, and I have the Wi-Fi connected to my phone, and I am on the opposite side of the building from where the Wi-Fi box is, and my phone has a full signal from the Wi-Fi, and I could probably run a speed check right here on my phone and tell you what my Wi-Fi is running at. I'm going to do that because now I'm curious. Let's see, internet speed test. I don't want that one. Let's do this one. I never click the first link. Go. Let's see what it says here. So this is going to be connected over Wi-Fi. It now dropped the bar on Wi-Fi. Right now I'm running at 400 megs per second, 420. So I'm on the opposite side of the house with my phone connected to the Wi-Fi. Prepper Nation, if you're paying $100 a month for the speed you're getting, and it's not supposed to be faster, you are being ripped off, my friend. So yeah, it averaged out at 385 megs per second with a 28 ms ping, and I didn't see my down upload speed, but it doesn't really matter currently. That's just my phone on the opposite side of the building from my Wi-Fi. So it really isn't the fact that you're closer to your Wi-Fi. That's really not going to help you. Diane, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for all the time I put in my videos. Yeah, I'm praying for everyone. I'm praying for not just our community, but our nation, our world. I'm even praying for Biden because he needs some prayers. Prepper Nation, if your wife is complaining about the internet cost, just tell her how much you intend to spend on a computer if it doesn't go faster. She might change her tune. Tell her to drop the TV service if you have TV service. That'll make it a whole lot cheaper. Just to throw it out there, I'll tell you, I'm paying like $80 a month for 1 gigabyte internet speed. I don't have TV service because I don't own a TV. Yeah, there's no point in TVs anymore. Anything on a TV you can watch on your computer if you have a fast enough speed. So yeah, there's no point in TV service at all, in my opinion. I just don't think it's a thing anymore. I agree, Jason. Plugging it in is the best way to go. But John said that his newer laptop, doesn't have an Ethernet port. I can install one in it, but hey. B Man says, I need a new laptop. What do you recommend? I recommend an Intel i5 or better processor, 16 gigabytes of RAM, at least a 256 gigabyte solid state drive as your primary hard drive with a backup hard drive of at least 1 terabyte, standard hard drive. As far as graphics, I do recommend NVIDIA or AMD processors. If it says integrated graphics, it's crap. Don't get it. Um, AMD is kind of I would prefer an NVIDIA, at least a 1620 or greater. And it also really depends on what you plan to do with the laptop. If you're planning on doing gaming per se, then you're going to want to up those specs. The specs I just ran through there are about mid-range specs. So yeah. Yeah, I could just run over computers. I built my own computer. I did. I know a lot about computers. If anybody wants me to start building computers as a business, just yeah, let me know. I'll start a computer company. Why not? Sorry, John. You got to speak. You got to speak tech. This is why Joe doesn't like my bot in Discord. He thinks it's Skynet and it's going to take over the world. Every time he says something about Skynet, I try to be there so I can post a GIF of the Terminator, just because that's what Skynet comes from. So yeah, I know you are, John. Just tell your wife to make the internet faster. Tell her if she doesn't, you're buying a new computer. If she makes the internet faster, I guarantee you your laptop will go faster. You'll stop having lag because it has to be. If you have a fairly new laptop and you're getting the speeds that I've seen that you're getting, it's more than likely your internet speed. And from what you say about your wife, if she's complaining about it, she's probably keeping it low because she doesn't think you use it all that often. So, yeah. Jason, can I make you a mod? Would you like to be a mod? I want you to have a blue wrench. I always make all the bigger channels a mod. I did it to Alaska Prepper. I've done it to John. And I just really want to click that make Jason a mod button right there. So how do you feel about that, man? Can I do it? You're not going to yell at me if I do it? Well, you can anyway. I really want to do it. I'm about to hit the button. I mean, the button's right there. I just click it and you turn blue. Yeah, you're going to yell at me, or yeah, you want to be a mod? We'll just do it anyway because that's how I do things. I just randomly make people mods just for fun. Sean, you need to learn how to use a computer. The biggest mistake I've seen, and I have done a little bit of tech support for people, is they'll call and they'll say, it won't turn on. It won't turn on. Did you check the power cable? Yeah, it's plugged in. Did you flip the red button on the power strip? Oh, and they flip the red button, the computer comes on. It happens. It really does. Cinderella says, I have a Blu ray DVD player. Cinderella, Blu ray and DVD are two things, two different things. It has YouTube, Netflix, TV, well, and a bunch of things. I have no clue what they are. I'm going to tell you about my computer. My computer doesn't have a DVD drive. It doesn't have a Blu-ray drive, any kind of disc drive whatsoever. Those things are out of date. Just saying. It doesn't have an SD card slot. It doesn't have a micro SD card slot, any card slot whatsoever. My computer only has USB ports. USB, that's it. And like I said, I built it. Now that being said, I have a little thumb drive. It's a USB thumb drive that has a slot in the back of it where you can plug SD cards into it. I have one for micro SD, one for regular SD. So you really just don't need those things built into your computer. You don't. I also have somewhere laying around here an actual Wi-Fi card. It's around here somewhere. That's a USB Wi-Fi card because my computer doesn't have Wi-Fi either. I didn't feel the need to put it in there when I built it. I just hardwire everything because it runs faster. So I've got the little thumb drive Wi-Fi card. I think it's a link system, just in case for some reason the wire isn't working. I break the wire. Somebody, runs over the wire with a lawnmower. I'm joking. There's no lawnmowers running through my house, but you get the point. Yes, I'm giving out Fisher Price wrenches now. I do it at least once a week. Native and devout preppers, good morning. Keep in mind, I'm going to be live Wednesday, 8 p.m. I'm going to have Native and Devout on. It's going to be a good live stream. We are going to talk about how arrogant I am. Probably. I don't know. Every time somebody calls me arrogant in the chat, I get a little more arrogant. I'm like, you're watching me that much that you think I'm arrogant. You haven't seen nothing yet. Yeah, that's just how I feel about it. So that's what's going to happen. Like yesterday on Prepper Nations Live, where I said the best thing that came out of the 80s was me. Yeah, I was actually joking, but hey, anybody who took it seriously, why not? DC are your initials. I tell you, Grimm has a lot to do with my last name. It translates in Norrish as Grimm. It really does, my last name. And in Norrish, Grimm actually translates to English as mask. So I should probably, like, yeah, get one of those anonymous masks like Prepper Now wears. That would be awesome. I need to get Prepper Now on the live stream, but I got to get a mask before he comes on. We'll just both try to look exactly the same, and we'll see if anybody can figure out which one or who is who on that live stream. That'll be a fun thing to do. I'll completely black out the area around me, make it really dark in here, and just see. That would be fun. Yeah. Anyway, where are we at here? Let me check. 140 in the chat. I've been here for 45 minutes already. Wow, I was talking a lot about those news things. We only have 3 dislikes, 81 likes. Only have 3 dislikes. Must have been when I started talking about computers. We need to get Victor over here so I can get more dislikes. Hutch, your mom told you that you were the best thing that came out of the 80s? Okay, I'll give you that. You can have it. Having Victor on again would be awesome. It would. But I've got to get Victor where he can come on with the Angry Prepper at the same time. Those two have to be in a live stream together. It's just, yeah, my goal in life is to make that happen. Right now, that's my goal in life. The railroad is coming along. We've been having meetings every Monday, and we are trying to finalize the paperwork. We do have a lot of the locations. I have a lot of the locations that have come in the mail. I have a box of them sitting over there. Currently, Hutch had made a nice system on how to keep track of everything, and I'm having that converted to an Excel spreadsheet, and that will be printed out so I can just keep track of it better. It's not going to be an online thing. The spreadsheet just has to be made with Excel to make it prettier, a little more organized, and just easier to read. Because not that Hutch wrote it incorrectly or badly, he made it really awesome. He really did. But if I put it on a spreadsheet, it makes it a little easier for my techie brain to operate. Also, with the finalizing everything, we're still setting it up as a 501c nonprofit organization. This is going to have different tiers of leadership type roles and groups. We're trying to get the security ironed out. Security is the biggest thing with this. So one of the things we have switched up, because like we were doing in the beginning, is we were going to have each different location has a check-in point. What we are actually thinking of doing now, and we're switching that a little bit, is instead of each location having a check-in point, we're going to designate 2 people in a certain region to be the rally point. Instead of a check-in location, a rally point. So you'll be able to rally up with the people, and it might be more than 2, and there will be contingency plans and backup plans for this as well. But you'll meet with one of the leadership people in that region, and they will guide you or just give you the location of where you need to go. So we're trying to put this in multiple tiers, so it makes it that more difficult for any one person or a troll per se to get a hold of location information and go do bad things. So we are still working at it. It's just, it's a little bit of a process. The website still isn't up just because I really haven't had time this week, and I have asked for help from a certain person, and a certain person to get the website put up. When it comes to all of the roles for leadership, we are working on a non-disclosure agreement that is legally binding for anybody who has access to certain information. We're doing that. Yeah, that's a thing. Um, so yeah, it's still going and rolling. The train is picking up speed, but just getting through all the paperwork to get that up and running is a little difficult. We do have to contact people in each individual region, and we do have the regions marked off. Hutch had marked them off by time zones, and we're going to set up a minimum of two rally points in each region. We're going to set up a basically a region leadership per region so that we can delegate more of this off to individual areas. Like I said, it's a tier type system to keep all the information. Not one person should have all the information. Personally, I don't want to have all the information. I'm going to need one of those little cyanide pills because I have too much information when they come knocking on my door and try to get the information, you know, and that's not, no, I'm not doing that. So, yeah, we definitely need to space out the information to keep it more secure, is basically what I'm getting at here. Anybody else have any more questions? I got about 10 minutes left of this live stream, and then I have places to be, things to do, people to see, and food to eat. So, yeah, and more coffee to drink. I'm about halfway down here on my coffee. So I like this cup. I can just keep it hot the entire live stream. I made this just before Prepper Nation's premiere this morning, so this coffee is about an hour and a half old, still hot. I do like this cup too. Sorry for that racket. This is my Star Wars cup. When you put hot liquid in here, the little lightsabers light up. It's still not as good as the Baby Yoda cup that John broke out, but man, I should have thought of Baby Yoda. Sean M, yes, you can email me that, or you can find me on Discord for a more direct chat. We can have a private one-on-one chat that's just like we're doing here, except for just me and you. It's a lot easier to communicate. My emails are a mess. Usually, most days, my emails are a mess. I get to it about a day after an email comes to me, sometimes a little bit later, depending on what day it falls on. Because if I get emails on Friday, I usually don't respond until Monday. Yeah. First, Waffen, I hope you have a very blessed day. Shalom. I like that word. That's a good word. All right, where are we at? Did my dislikes? Nope, my likes went up to 95. My dislikes are still at 337 in the chat. Please hit one of those buttons if you don't mind. Either one of them does the exact same thing, so it really doesn't matter which one you hit, but I would appreciate it either way. And if anybody is lurking in here who has not subscribed, why? Why are you doing that? Push the little button. You know you want to. It's, you know, on my screen it's red, and we have to push red buttons. It's a rule. The Gremlin pack, I've had several people say they cannot find the the link to join the Gremlin pack. I actually found the actual link that I can paste for joining. And that was an interesting thing for any YouTuber who doesn't know that. All you do is copy your channel name and put /join at the end of it. And that takes anybody to the join button on your page. And yeah, for people who are having issues finding it, you can just do that. Copy paste. There it is. Makes it a lot easier and good information to have. And yeah, I do like being helpful. I mean, that's the whole thing about the Bug Out Railroad. I'm just trying to help. Absolutely have a great day to yourself. I mean, absolutely have a great day. Absolutely, you should absolutely have an absolutely great day. Yeah, John says thumbs down if Biden, or thumbs up if Biden is not your president. And I was wondering why all the thumbs up were popping up. I was like, what are we thumbing up the live stream? Nope, we're just thumbing up our political views. I will tell you from this day, not from this day, but from the last election till the end of time, nobody is my president. Nobody. I don't care who it is. I don't believe them. I don't believe a thing they say. I don't believe they were put there or voted in. I believe they were placed. That comes from now until forever. I don't think I'll ever vote again. They really do need a middle finger emoji. I can make a middle finger emoji for the Gremlin pack. Think I'm going to do that. I really am. Somebody's going to have to pay $1 to flip me off, but I think it'll be worth it for quite a lot of people. Yeah, I, maybe I'll even. Oh, native and devout. He found it. He found it. There's already a middle finger emoji. Where did you find that, native? Oh, Sean M found it as well. Wow, a lot of people are flipping me off now. Awesome. That's my favorite emoji now. I gotta find that. Where did we find that? Is that actually already in there, or did you copy and paste it from somebody else? I gotta show every one of those. Every single time somebody does that, I have to click the show button. All right. Yeah. There's too many of them. Diane, welcome to the Gremlin pack. John, can you click show button for me? Because I can't keep up with them all. There's too many middle fingers flying around. Man, I need to remove that. I was going to charge people money for a middle finger. That's rude. People are so rude. I'm so offended. I'm triggered. I'm so triggered. Do I look triggered? I always look triggered. Just, yeah, I'm going to stop clicking the show button. It's just too many middle fingers flying all over the screen. Somebody's going to be watching this live stream on the replay and just, start skipping through and seeing all the middle fingers and be like, what the heck is going on in here? And then start going back looking for what I said. I'm going to have to put it like an ad right there just to tick them off even more. That's going to be fun. Wow, Be Charming found all different color middle fingers. That's impressive there. That's really impressive. I was wondering why we always have these bright yellow Simpson looking emojis for fingers and faces. It was like, is everybody like the Simpsons? You know the Simpsons, right? They're all yellow. Yeah, I'm surprised YouTube has it on here as well. Yeah, that's real. I'm looking for it. I got to type it in. Yep, there it is. All you got to do is type in mid, and there it is. You can copy and paste emojis from other sources that should show up, such as, if you just go into Google and type emoji, it'll give you a whole list of them. You can usually copy and paste those into pretty much any Google platform, YouTube included. You can put middle fingers in your description. You can put a lot of things in your description. Be charming. I'm not saying you were racist, but typically when somebody says I'm not racist, it usually means they're probably a little racist. I'm just throwing that out there, man. Just just throwing that out there. Shorty, welcome to the Gremlin pack. Does that mean I get to hold a measuring tape next to you? I keep asking how tall Shorty is. I've never seen the answer. Maybe I just missed it. Did I miss the answer? Put it in all caps if you're going to answer that, or just tell me no, that you're not going to answer that, and maybe I'll stop asking. Maybe. I used to know a female that was like 5 foot even, somewhere right around in there. And I'm only 5'8", so it always made me feel tall. Hutch, you're only 5'4"? I thought you were taller, Hutch. I amuse me. Prepper Nation says Shorty is Nicole Kidman. Cool. Northwood Cheryl is 5 foot even. Yep, Shorty, you are 5'4". I seen that answer. Okay. I kind of give you that, kind of. Although Northwood's got you beat. Just saying. Hutch's beard makes him look bigger. I guarantee you. Well, I'm not going to guarantee it, but I'm going to say I'm pretty sure of it that John from Prepper Nation is the tallest person in chat right now. That's my guess. Arc Man or Arc Wild Man, you got close, but John still got you beat. John says, angry as Michael Jordan, native as Jason Momoa. That's the guy from what, Aquaman, right? The Jason guy. What does that make me? Freaking Muggsy Bogues? Just, yeah. Yeah. Uh, you know what that makes you, right, John? Everybody's just listing their height in chat. What happened? Why does my live stream always go to the most random places there ever was? Angry Prepper is 5'10". Really? You're still taller than me, man. I wouldn't have thought that. I thought you were at least 6 foot, Angry. I did. At least. Hmm. Well, Angry, you look taller. I look taller on camera, don't I? I just need to get somebody like Shorty to stand right here, then I'll look really tall. Where's Northwood Cheryl? She needs to stand next to me. She's 5 foot, right? I'll look big then. I'll zip up the jacket here. I'll just, yeah. The hat makes me look taller. Jim S. I agree. I completely agree. The angry prepper is pocket Hercules. uh, Olmsted Oss. Ma is 5'2" and Paul is 5'10". Is that in inches? Feet in inches? Because, yeah, I hope you're not saying meters. I don't measure in metric. I don't know how. I really don't. I mean, I have to use my phone to convert things to metric. I really do. And now they're teaching that everywhere. It's like, what happened? Why? Who made that decision? Why wasn't I involved? It just makes no sense. Yes, my chair. I have put WD-40 on it, but it's still, well, now it's not doing it. Okay, it wasn't the chair. It was the gremlin under the chair. But yeah, the chair. It's broken. It's leaning to one side. It won't stay up. There's duct tape holding this arm on. Yeah, there we go. If I wiggle in my chair, it'll make the noise. Maybe. This chair is just horrible. I really want that lazy boy office chair. That thing was so comfortable. If I get a new chair, I will consider that, John. I will. I will drag my chair out to the middle of nowhere and I will give it a Viking funeral. I will literally build a pyre. If somebody wants to get me the lazy boy chair, it's not cheap and it comes, I will take this chair, build a small pyre. You know what a pyre is, right? A big wooden frame with a lot of wood stacked under it. Put this chair on top of it. Viking funeral. I think I need to strap the chair down with rope to a post, and then I will light it all on fire and just see how that works. Now I'm going to have to find a place to do that because I don't have property to do that. But yeah, I will work it out. I will. I will find some place. Valhalla awaits. Yeah, the chair has seen lots of battle. It really has. We won't even go there. It's still better than John's old chair. I'll give you that. It's definitely better than John's old chair. I could make a new chair, but I'd have to make it out of wood, and that would be painful. I could take this top off, the one that's still being held up by duct tape, and I could put it on a new base if I had a new base that was compatible. And I do have an old busted office chair somewhere in a shed, so I will try to figure that out if it'll fit. If it'll fit, yeah, I will try that. It'll probably squeak a lot more than it ever had if I do that, though. Maybe. I don't know. Somebody told me to put grease on it and not WD-40, but I don't. I think I have some gun grease around here somewhere, but yeah, WD-40 is my friend. WD-40 and duct tape. If you don't have a supply of WD-40 and duct tape, then I'm going to have to question your prepping skills. And I'm just going to throw that right there right now. Yeah. Lazy Boys do last for years. I used to have a Lazy Boy recliner that by the time the spring started to fall out of it, it was like 20 years old. Lithium grease. There we go. Use graphite spray. I don't even know what that is, B Charming. What is graphite spray? I have a video somewhere of the kitchen table I built with the matching benches. It's a farmhouse type of table. I think in that same video I showed a coffee table I built that is, yeah, I'm not going to tell you about the hidden compartments, but yeah. Anyway, nope, no news. We won't find out about the promotion until the end of this month, one way or another. Um, yeah, at the end of the month. Praying about it though, because I definitely would like to move there. If the promotion comes through, we are moving to Arkansas. If the promotion doesn't come through, we are not moving. But yeah. Mojo Man 1965, I got to go as well soon, but I'm having fun with the chat. So, but have a very good day. Don't do anything I would do. I wouldn't mind moving to Arkansas, somewhere where the place would be that she'd be working and will be somewhere really close to the Ozarks, just pretty close. And I wouldn't mind moving there. I've lived in many different states. I've been to Arkansas more times than I can remember to count. I used to hang out in Fort Smith, Arkansas with this girl I knew way back, way back when. Of course, Hutch, we're going to bring this chair. We're going to have the Viking funeral, and we're going to have to break out the peace pipes because why not? Win at Hutch's house, do as Hutch does. I'd have to find the video. I don't know where it is. I would have to find it. It was just a random video I made when I was walking through the house when nobody was in there, which is an extremely rare thing for nobody to be there. And yeah, I think a couple of the cats were in the video. The dog was in the video. I don't currently. I used to have pictures when the thing was brand new and it looked a lot prettier than what it does before the kids, did what the kids do. But yeah, I do have to go really soon. Really soon. I'll give it just a couple more minutes because the chat is entertaining. And yeah, I was just checking messages. Jim S., I have been through the Ozarks many a times. I am very well aware of the hilliness of it. It kind of reminds me of southern Indiana going into about southeastern Indiana around the Ohio border. It's extremely hilly there as well. Well, not nearly as bad as the Ozarks, but yeah, I know. Mickey FC, thank you for the shekels. I don't know what a shekel is. But yeah, new chair fund. Let's see. I have what is that called? I renamed it to the coffee account under the Water of the Gremlin thing, which is just standard donations. The coffee account is Ko-Fi. If anybody wants to donate for a chair, feel free to put it there. Once I have a new chair, I will burn this one just for the show of it. I will. I don't mind burn. I like burning things. It'll probably stink though. And there's plastic and metal on the bottom of this thing. It's not going to be good for the environment. Have to make a really hot fire. What happens when you feed a Grim after midnight? They get fat. All right, I'll go over the rules of Grim as soon as I figure out where I left them. The rules of Grim. Let's see. Rules of Grim, there they are. All right. Rule number 1, never expose a Grim to a shot, especially a random one given by the government. That'll be bad. And what happens if any of these rules are violated? A Grim turns into a gremlin. Don't let it come into contact with any left type groups such as, the BLMs and the Antifas and those people. Let's see. And above all, never give a Grim coffee after midnight because then they will turn to chaos. It'll be chaos in your household if you give a Grim coffee after midnight. I mean, literal chaos will occur, quite honestly. Cinderella X, thank you for the chair donation. I do need a new one. I really do. I like this chair though. I will be unhappy to see it go. This is my favorite chair. I've had many computer chairs or office type chairs, many of them, and this is my favorite one of all time. This chair is probably about 5 years old. That's all, about 5 years old. You'd think it would have held up better. But, oh well. Sean M., make that YouTube channel, man. You need one. You're going to be the next Ice Age farmer. You are. I'm going to help promote your channel so you don't forget me when you have, 200,000 subscribers. The Angry Prepper. Thank you, Jason, for the super chat just to see the chair burn. I really will do it. I'll burn the thing. I got to figure out where I'm going to burn the thing. That's going to be the biggest thing. Where can I burn a chair? I'll have to, I know somebody that might let me do it. I know somebody. I don't know if he's in the chat, but I know somebody here in the local state that has some property that may let me come and burn my chair on his property. I'll probably have to clean up what's left of the metal and the plastic when I'm done. But yeah, I'd like to see what happens just from burning a chair. That would be entertaining, to say the least. Mickey FC, thank you again for the super chat. Fuel for the fire. Full of hope. Welcome to the live stream that's probably ending here soon. But people are donating for me to burn my chair, so that's why I'm still here, quite honestly. Just throwing that out there. Yeah. I agree with that. Muzzle Flash. Christian is doing humanity a true service. He used to do a lot of gardening and farming type of videos, a lot of them. And now he does more of news type things. And I miss some of his farming videos. I hope he goes back into it this spring because he still throws them in there every now and then. But he was getting banned for some of those videos. So, yeah. Yeah. Heartland Survival, good morning. Autoimmune Prepper. If anybody hasn't checked out Autoimmune Prepper, you should do so right now. Well, wait until after the live stream. So not right, just in a couple of minutes. Trolls make the best gremlins. They really do. I like the trolls. The trolls have been entertaining me more than ever lately. They have multiplied. I have multiple trolls. And yeah, fire, fire, fire. Thank you, Native and Devout. Fire. Apparently, there's a fire in my future. I will get there with the chair. I will. There's a fire in my future. I got to warn you guys that it takes usually a month for super chats to process through YouTube and actually come to me. So you might be waiting a little bit for the fire, but we're getting there. We'll get it. I'm going to miss this chair. This has been a good chair. That was the chair. Yeah, that's the chair. The chair just doesn't like me. The chair thinks it's funny. I know this chair has a sense of humor, and it thinks it's funny. Muzzle Flash is flirting in the chat. Blue Coat Gorilla, how's it going? As long as the trolls comment, it helps spread your feed around. Yeah, I agree. I like it when the trolls comment. Mickey FC, you have won the chair fund for the day. I have never wanted the chair to burn more. Was it after the last sound it made? Well, Mary, I have to burn it now. Everybody's like putting fuel to the fire here. They want the chair to burn. I mean, it's going to be a big thing here. We're going to have a live stream event, if I can live stream, where I'm burning it at, and I'm going to burn it live on camera if possible. The chair fart. The chair does fart. It really does. All I got to do is slightly move it in the right direction. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna burn. It really is. full of hope I will watch it. Not right at this particular moment, but I will. Northern Girl Hobbies. Have fun with the snow. I got probably about an inch of snow last night. I wasn't impressed by it whatsoever. You have to keep a straight face while your chair is making sounds. There we go. That was a deep one. Vicky Savage. I agree. My chair does make more sense. It also gets more ass. Okay, I just couldn't help it. Sorry. Couldn't help it. All right, I gotta go before I get too vulgar on my live stream. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you for all the super chats. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, the chair will burn. I'm going to talk to a guy that has property. I know a couple people in the area that may let me burn a chair on their property. It's too funny to burn. You might be right, but it'll be funny to watch it burn too. I wonder what kind of noises it'll make then. But yeah. All right, I really do have to go. I haven't eaten yet today and I'm hungry, and yeah, kids are hungry, and yeah, I have places to be before the day's over, which ugh, I don't like going places. I don't. I would prefer just to sit here all day. Photo Girl 782. That's an interesting name. Thank you for being a gremlin. Did you change your name from something else? Because I'm pretty sure that little gremlin thing is for like the 3-month gremlin. So you must have had a different name prior, didn't you? Or maybe I didn't notice. I think I would have remembered that name because that just sounds interesting. Thank you, Jason, for being here and being a mod. You're an awesome mod, man. You should do it more often. Everybody, Jason needs random wrenches on all your channels. And so does John from Prepper Nation. He loves it when you give him a random wrench. That is his favorite thing. Favorite thing. So keep in mind, if you have a YouTube channel, you see Prepper Nation, pop in. You can hover over his name in your chat, and you can hit the little 3 dots that's to the right, and you can click make a mod. So anytime anybody who has a channel sees John from Prepper Nation in there, when you see that Prepper Nation name popping up, click the little 3 dots and click make a mod. He loves it when you do that. It's his favorite thing. All right, I'm going to shut up now because, yeah, I hope everyone has a very blessed day, a very good week. I will try to get back to my regular scheduled premieres instead of me flapping my jaws on here constantly sometime early next week. Don't forget, Native and Devout's going to be on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I am going to have the Grumpy Prepper. Yeah, that's how you say it too, the Grumpy Prepper. All right, everybody have a very blessed day.